Welcome to the third lesson of Module 2, where we continue our journey through ancient Palestine under the domination of powerful empires. In this lesson, we will explore the Roman and Byzantine periods which shaped the political, religious, and cultural landscape of Palestine in profound ways. We'll examine the Roman conquest of the region, the rise of Christianity, and how Byzantine rule left a lasting legacy. Let's start with the Roman conquest and governance. We will first address the Roman conquest of Palestine. In 63 BC, the Roman general Pompey captured Jerusalem, marking the beginning of Roman rule in Palestine. The conquest occurred during the declining period of the Hasmonean dynasty, which had ruled Judea after the Maccabean Revolt. Palestine became a Roman client state initially ruled by puppet kings such as Herod the Great. Herod was a complex figure, loyal to Rome but also seeking to solidify his power by undertaking massive building projects, including the expansion of the Second Temple in Jerusalem. Let's now explore the Roman rule and administration. After Herod's death, his kingdom was divided among his sons, but instability led the Romans to annex the region directly in 6 CE, turning Judea into a Roman province governed by Roman prefects. One of the most famous of these prefects was Pontius Pilate, who ruled from 26 to 36 CE. Roman governance was often harsh, characterized by heavy taxation, religious interference, and military repression, which stirred discontent among the local population, especially among the Jews. Now, let's see the Jewish revolts against Roman rule. Tensions between the Jewish population and Roman authorities culminated in several major revolts. The first Jewish revolt resulted in the destruction of the Second Temple by the Roman general Titus in 70 CE, a devastating event for the Jewish people. The temple's destruction marked the end of Jewish political autonomy and began the Jewish diaspora. The Bar Kokhba revolt, the last significant Jewish uprising against Roman rule, ended in the defeat of the Jewish rebels. In the aftermath, Roman Emperor Hadrian renamed Judaea Syria Palestina in an attempt to erase the Jewish connection to the land. The rise of Christianity in Roman Palestine. We will now address the birth and spread of Christianity. Roman Palestine is especially significant for being the birthplace of Christianity. It was during the rule of Herod the Great and the early Roman governors that Jesus of Nazareth was born, lived, and preached. Jesus' crucifixion under Pontius Pilate around 30 CE marked the beginning of the Christian faith, as his followers believed in his resurrection and began spreading his teachings. Initially, Christianity was seen as a sect of Judaism, but it quickly grew into a separate religious movement. Now, let's see Christianity under Roman rule. Early Christians, like the Jews, faced periods of persecution under Roman rule. The Roman authorities, particularly emperors such as Nero, viewed Christianity as a threat to Roman religious traditions and social order. However, despite these persecutions, Christianity continued to spread across the empire, including within Palestine. The conversion of Constantine the Great to Christianity in the early 4th century was a pivotal moment for the religion. With the Edict of Milan in 313 CE, Constantine legalized Christianity, allowing it to flourish across the Roman Empire, including in Palestine. By this time, major Christian communities and important religious sites, such as Bethlehem and Nazareth, had developed in the region. We will now explore the topic Byzantine rule and its legacy. Let's start with Palestine under Byzantine rule. In 324 CE, Emperor Constantine founded Constantinople and inaugurated the Byzantine Empire, the eastern continuation of the Roman Empire. This marked the beginning of Byzantine rule in Palestine, which lasted for over 3 centuries. Under the Byzantine Empire, Palestine became a center of Christian pilgrimage, as the region was home to many of the most sacred sites in Christianity. The Byzantines invested heavily in the construction of religious buildings. The most famous of these is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, commissioned by Constantine's mother, Empress Helena, in 326 CE which is believed to be the site of Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection. Now, let's see Christianization of Palestine. With the rise of Byzantine Christianity, the region underwent significant Christianization. Pagan temples were either destroyed or converted into churches, and Christianity became the dominant religion. Monasteries were established throughout Palestine, particularly in the Judean desert, where monks sought spiritual solitude. Byzantine emperors, such as Justinian I, further strengthened Christian influence in Palestine by sponsoring the construction of new churches and promoting theological unity across the empire. Jewish and Samaritan revolts. While the Byzantine rulers generally promoted Christianity, they also clashed with non-Christian populations in the region, both Jews and Samaritans. Samaritan is a distinct ethno-religious group in Palestine. Both Jews and Samaritans faced increasing pressure to convert to Christianity. Several Samaritan revolts took place in the 5th and 6th centuries as a response to Byzantine oppression. These revolts were brutally suppressed, leading to the decline of the Samaritan population in Palestine. So what was the religious and cultural legacy? The Byzantine period left an enduring religious legacy in Palestine. The development of major Christian pilgrimage routes and the establishment of sacred sites in Jerusalem, Bethlehem, and Nazareth solidified Palestine's status as the spiritual heart of the Christian world. Byzantine art and architecture, particularly in the form of mosaics and iconography, also flourished in Palestine. These artistic traditions would influence Christian communities in the region for centuries to come. It's time to conclude our lesson. In this lesson, we explored the profound impact of Roman and Byzantine rule on Palestine. The Roman conquest not only changed the political structure of the region, but also set the stage for the rise of Christianity, a religion that would transform the world. The Byzantine Empire continued this legacy, making Palestine a center of Christian pilgrimage and faith. As we move forward, we will examine the transition from Byzantine rule to Islamic rule, which would again reshape the religious and political landscape of the region. The legacy of the Roman and Byzantine periods, however, continues to be felt in Palestine's religious significance and historical heritage.